Good morning and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this morning. In the Celtic news, we're going to be talking about the Celtic Dundee game. Just like the manager says, as boring as that may sound, we're going to not talk about them. I want to take time out to thank everyone who sent messages yesterday, and I want to take a moment to think about those sad souls that find it on Christmas Day they're there themselves, they're alone, and the Rangers fans to decide to come onto the channel and other social media platforms and talk about things that are basically out with your reach and out with your control. So, and take your sad little selves and, think about what's going on in your life and feel really sorry for you that there's, that sadness in your life and that anger in your life that makes you vent it out on social media platforms, just like YouTube and Twitter. Anyway, we move on to the Celtic news this morning. Brendan Rodgers, the Celtic manager, says that Dyson Maida can inject pace required to put Dundee on the back foot this afternoon. Maida made his first start in 6 weeks as Celtic came back from that couple of results that we'll just sweep out. I'll just forget about. We'll move on because let's face it, they're done and dusted. Neither Celtic or Dyson Maida were great form when we played the last game. Let's face facts. But Boxing Day is always a good game, and it's back up to Dundee. So the riot of Dundee, if you remember that headline a few years ago, there was no riot in Dundee. It was just over exuberant Celtic fans singing. There's no riot in Dundee. It's just the Scottish media at their best. Anyway, Celtic will face Dundee today with a team that's only having lost twice at home. Leila Bada, Rio Hatate will miss it again. Will Rio Hatate maybe get some minutes on the pitch though? I think that's the big shout for today. I think Rio Hatate might get some game time. Watch out for the second half of the game today. But Maida's comeback has given Rodgers some encouragement and some excitement about getting some pace back into the lackluster team that's been slow and passing side to side and woeful. Anyway, Brendan Rodgers, when you take a look at it, you want to play football. You look at different ways. You've got the players, you've got the profile and the speed. That's how the team has been built. Yeah, you didn't build it though, did you, Brendan? Anyway, we move on. The minute you take that out of the team, the penetration to go in behind, then of course, that's how many teams want to sit. They want to just sit back, and we need the pace to get in behind them. And he feels that Dyson Maida is one player that can bring that to the team. Also, I think Leila Bada would be fantastic when we do get Leo back. When he's back in the team, we'll get that pace back in the team that we've been missing. You can see the threat, said Brendan Rodgers, offered by Dyson Maida. And he says, when Abada comes back, we'll see what we can do in January to increase that also and to increase the speed of the team. Celtic will be determined to make sure that we keep top of the table this afternoon with the game just a week away, not even a week away, just a couple of days away. But look at it. December is a busy, busy month. We've lost more points than I anticipated. We've lost more points than I ever expected. Saturday, we were much more like ourselves. We were much more like ourselves at the weekend. We had that bit of pace, we had a bit of quality, a bit of speed. Let's hope we bring that onto the game today. Again, we're here, Christmas Day. Yesterday, the Celtic fans were enjoying their peace and quiet. The team were back in the training ground and, doing their thing on Christmas Day, which as a professional footballer, you get used to it. But when you look at it, there was a lot of people that were lonely yesterday, and that will take a moment to think about those Rangers fans who feel the need to come onto social media on Christmas Day and just put abuse out. Anyway, Brendan Rodgers has told his Celtic player that the only thoughts are about today's game. There's no thoughts about the game against them. He says, we're only solely focused on, we need to focus on getting a result in Dundee. Champions do travel up to Dundee to build upon their win that we had last weekend against Livingston. And let's face it, if we did not get maximum points against Livingston, Brendan Rodgers' coat would have been a sugary peg. Let's put it that way. The fans would have been right against it. It was a team that was bottom of the table. So we expected a result. And if we didn't get that, it would have been a hard time for the manager. Greg Taylor has been talking about players that are coming back from injury. Greg Taylor says, there's been two players that have been really important to Celtic over the last couple of seasons. Yeah, we've missed them, definitely. Rio Hatate gives us real dynamism in midfield. He's got that ability to go past players and help us out in midfield. He says, when you look at Leila Bada, he's got so many goals for Celtic over the last couple of seasons, and he also makes good runs forward. So yeah, that strength in the squad will give us a few more options over the next couple of months. Will we be stronger? I hope so. I think when you look at it, says Greg Taylor, we're always stronger after the break. and this is true. We need a good, consistent run of results. After the break, it'll take care of itself. The game against them will take care of itself. If the unthinkable happens and they do maintain that spot on the top of the table, it's not all over. It's not all over. It's definitely not over. We've got to play them another twice. And then they're not that good. Let's face facts. And they are coming into a bit of an injury spell. We're not going to talk about them. Anyway, the team news will come out of come out of Dundee around about 1:45 today. We will go live. We will go live for that. We'll go live and we'll talk about the team that he has put out. The manager, the Celtic manager, will Rio Hatate make the bench? I think he'll make the bench. I think he'll definitely make the bench. And I think he might come on about the 65-minute mark just to get some game time into those legs of his. Just saying. And on that note, I hope you had a fantastic day yesterday, Celtic fans all around the world. I really, really appreciated all the comments from yesterday. It was lovely reading them this morning and some of them late last night. And like I say, it was quite funny. Feeling a bit pity for some of the negativity out there with some of the other side fans, that they've got that need to talk absolute nonsense. And see, when you talk about stuff that you have no control in your life, that negativity and that anger that some people can have, it's it says more about you than what it does whatever you type on social media platforms. So think about yourselves and sort yourself out before you come on and try and, because then what if it ducks back to me, mate? What if it ducks back to me? Anyway, on that note, have a fantastic day. Not just Celtic fans. I'm going to say all fans all around the world.